'90s, you were one of the few individuals that actually worked with both Death Row Records and Bad Boy Records during the very unfortunate East Coast West Coast beef. I was wondering if you can tell our listeners a story behind that, and of course, what was that experience like actually working for both labels around that time?
Man, let me tell you something, man. I remember me and Too Short, we had a studio in Atlanta. And one day at the studio, Puff Daddy came through. And Short say, hey, man, Short came to the studio room I was working in our studio. He said, hey, man, Puffy here. They want to hear some beats for Little Kim. I'm like, oh, yeah? So I played about 9 or 10 songs. They liked all the songs. And the last song I played was Call Me, which ended up on the Booty Call soundtrack, Too Short and Little Kim. And when I played that song, Puff Daddy got to jump around. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, she got to hear that right there. So the next day, I spent the night at Too Short house that night. The next morning, the doorbell's ringing. Ding dong, ding dong. So I hit the intercom. I say, Short, somebody at the door. He said, man, get it for me. When I open the door, it's Biggie. He got a cane. I guess he had just had that accident with his leg with him and Little Steve or something. I opened the door. I said, oh, man, what's up, Biggie? He said, man, what's up, B? I said, man, he said, sure. I said, yeah, come on in, man. So him and the guy that Lil Kim didn't snitch on, Dame or something like that, he was with Biggie that day. They walked in. I let him in. And both of them was really cool, man. And I said and talked to Big. The show came up and said, yeah, man, they want to hear some of them beats that Puff heard yesterday. They were saying, I like, yeah, man, we're going back to the studio and I play, them beats. So I did the same thing that I did when Puff was there. And actually, Puff ended up showing up again at the studio with me, Short and Big, and I think his homeboy was named Dame or something like that. But when Big heard the beat, he like, that's it right there, okay. So Puff said, all right, look, that's the deal, but that's the beat we want. But we want to fly you out to New York and tomorrow, and we're gonna lay the beat and we get our business done. So I think 2 days later we flew to New York, plus flew me, Too Short, and the homeboy P.O. Put us all three in lavish hotel rooms, man, with the TV come up out the bed at the foot of the bed. I mean, hotel lavish, man. So when I go to the studio, I see Big. Big say, what's up, Shorty B? I say, what's up, Big? So I noticed Big had this diamond ring on his pinky. I'm like, man, Big, let me see that ring. He took it off, and I put it on, right? And I'm looking at the ring. I'm like, man, this is nice, man. You know what I'm saying? So Big say, Shorty B, you bring that weed that I told you to bring? I like, yeah, you know I did. So I gave him some weed that he asked me to bring for me. But then when I pull up, when I sit at the console, when I went to hand him the weed, he put out a big old jar of weed, right? I like, damn, Big, you don't need this. He said, I need that too. So Big say, he was like talking to himself. So I thought he was on the phone. I said, oh, excuse me. He said, no. I'm just writing my rhyme. I like, you writing your rhyme? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never seen nobody write a rhyme without no pencil or paper. But I watched him sit there and write that rhyme in his head. And it took him about 5 minutes. He said, okay, Shorty B, I'm finished. I said, so you got your verse, you ready to go? He said, yeah, I'm finished. I just had to finish writing. And I never forget that with Big. He was real cool. But let me tell you what happened. So we stayed out there. I recorded the song. I think we stayed in New York about 4 days or something. So we fly home. Me, Too Short, we fly to Atlanta. We all live in Atlanta. So we get in about midnight that night. It must have been a Saturday night or something like that, Friday night. So I go to bed. I get to my crib. I lay down. About 9 o'clock in the morning, the phone ringing. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, ring, ring. I look at the phone number. The call ID is 770. I'm like, who is this? Somebody in Atlanta. So when I picked up the phone, I say hello, and it's Tupac. He like, hey, but he don't recognize my voice. Pac say, is Shorty B there? I look at the phone. I like, Pop. He like, yeah. I like, oh, man, where you at? I said, man, you out, man? I said, where you at? He said, yeah, you at your mama's house? He said, yeah. I said, man, he said, man, I'm on. I said, let me get dressed, dog. I'm on my way. I hung up the phone. I never forget this. I hung up the phone. I went to the bathroom, took a leak. The phone ring again. When I pick up the phone, I say, hello, it's Big. Big say, Shorty B. I like, what's up, Big? It's tripping me out because Pac just hung up the phone with Pac. And Big called me like 3 minutes later. I say, what's up, Big? He said, oh, man, I was just calling, man, to see if you and Too Short wanted to come back out here, man. Because they throwing Mary J. Blige a birthday party and wanted to know if y'all want to go. You with us? I pick you up, with a limo from the airport. I say, look, Big, check this out. Let me call Short. Make sure we don't have any obligations. And I call you back. So I call Short. I say, Short, man, you're not going to believe this, man. Pac just called me, and 3 minutes later, Big called me. I say, he said, you tell Pac? I said, I ain't say nothing to either one of them about either one of them. So I say, Big is asking me to ask you, do you want to come back out there? He want to pick us up from the airport, hang out with him, and go to a Mary J. Blige party. Short say, nah, I don't think I'm going to go. So I'm thinking in my mind, I like, okay, I think Puff is really on me with these beats because he was really feeling my beats, right? And but this is the only thing in life that I think that Short ever said to me that was real like this. Short say, man, I don't think I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I like, man, I might go back out there and hang out with you know what I'm saying, with Big and them, man. See, because I'm thinking money. Because I ain't really getting none over here with Too Short. So, but I know that Puff, when he heard my music, his eyes lit up. So I say, yeah, I think I might go out there and mess with him, Big. So Too Short say, you sure you want to do that? I say, yeah, I guess so. Why? He say, what if they find out you like Pac's uncle or something? And it blew my mind, dog. The DJ blew my mind. When I thought of that, I didn't even think of that. Because, I am really, really close to Pac. You know what I'm saying? And I like, damn, when he said that, I said, whoa. I like, yeah, Short, you got a point there. I ain't think of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think it could be some faultiness, you know what I'm saying, in this phone call, but you got to be alert. That's the realest thing Short ever said to me in his life was when he told me that. And so I called Big back. I say, Big, look, man, don't look like we going to be able to make it. Because, we got some other obligations, man, but maybe we'll catch you on the next one. But, stay in touch. That was the last time I ever talked to Big, that conversation right there. Boom, I hung up the phone. Phone ring again. It's Pac. Pac say, Shorty B. He said, I said, what up, Pac? He said, man, bring all the weed you got. That's what he said. I said, I'm on my way, nephew. And when I went over there, I knocked on a Feeney door. And when I knocked on the door, when the door opened, it was Jasmine Guy. He opened the door. Her hair was all over the place, dog. So I teased her a little bit. I like, oh, yeah, my nephew home in a real way. She started laughing. We all started laughing. And I went in there and sat down with Pac, man. He hugged me. He was glad to see me. I was glad to see him, of course, you know what I'm saying? And Pac he played all those records that he had did over the last couple of days with Death Row. But he played one song called I'd Rather Be Your Nigga. And when I heard it, I say, hold up, Pac. I said, stop. Let me run to the car. I ran out to the car and got my CD. I had a CD, and I just recorded Getting It with George Clinton and Too Short. And reason I'm telling you this because I'd Rather Be Your Nigga, it's like it's an old Boosie song. And I flipped it, and Pac flipped it. But I said, Pac, I had to go out here and let you hear this because I didn't want you to think that if I didn't let you hear this today, you'd think if you let me hear your song, I went and did it over. So just to let you know we was on the same page, nigga, this is what I did the other day, too. I said, so we was thinking alike, you know what I'm saying? Because Getting It and I'd Rather Be a Nigga is almost the same song. It's just arranged a little different, but it's basically from the same song. From Boosie, old Boosie song, but that's just an old story, man. I very seldom ever told anybody, but I never did tell Big, or never did tell Pac about Big calling. They called me like minutes apart. It blew my mind, really.
And I gotta say as well, especially during that time with the animosity between both of those individuals, it probably was best that you just kind of kept it on the down low.
Yeah, I just played it off, man. I couldn't believe it for one reason, and nobody's there but me. I'm looking at the phone, I'm like, man, this is crazy. And then I'm like, am I being punked or something? Because they calling too close apart, man. You know, like one hang up, the other one will call. Then when he hang up, the other one will call back. It blew my mind, man.